In this sequence of EVU mini courses, we'll take a look at community knowledge, that is, the little things that Model S owners have learned over their years of ownership. This community knowledge can be a revelation to new Model S owners, and it's also useful for those who have owned the car for some time. The Model S is a high-tech product, and like any high-tech product, users learn things that become part of the knowledge base of the community of owners. Many of these things can be found buried in the owner's manual, which can be accessed directly from the 17-inch display. If you don't know how, we'll explain later in this mini course. But they are best imparted by word of mouth, or given a community of Model S owners as a collection of tips and tricks. The intent of this EVU mini course sequence is to help you learn tips and tricks that allow you to get the most out of your Model S. I suppose you could argue that everything you need to know about Model S can be found in the owner's manual, and that's probably true. But how many of us actually read the owner's manual cover to cover, even when, as I mentioned, you can display the entire document on your 17-inch touchscreen display? Tips and tricks are a shortcut. Some of you learn from other Model S owners via word of mouth. In addition, lots of invaluable information can be gleaned from contributors of the Model S forum, such as the Tesla Motors forum itself and the Tesla's Motor Club forum. Still, other tips and tricks can be learned from books, such as Nick Howe's best-selling Owning Model S, or from collections of tips such as lesser-known tips and tricks developed by Jeremy Farrell and Tesla Roddy's tips and tricks, both available at links shown on your screen. We've used Jeremy's compendium and Tesla Roddy's tips and tricks as the basis for this EVU mini course sequence, but we've added some of our own and others gleaned from still other sources. Where possible, we'll try to provide screen credits for those who have recommended them. But if we inadvertently missed a credit, we apologize in advance. In every case, please note that Model S functionality and the display screen itself changes with over-the-air updates. And each tip and trick should be tried in a safe and controlled setting before you take the car on the road. Let's begin with a blanket statement. The Model S is an automobile, and therefore, driving the Model S is really no different than driving any other car. Except, in a way, it is. Some have characterized the Model S as a computer with four wheels, and recognizing that simple reality, will present a collection of tips and tricks that will enhance your driving experience. Let's begin with some basics, just in case you missed them. Using the controls button in the left-hand corner of the display, it's possible to establish a variety of driving controls and setting. First, touch the control tab at the top of the 17-inch display, and then touch the driving button at the left of the display. You'll have access to specific driving parameters that allow you to control steering, regen, traction control, and creep. If you touch controls and then the settings tab, you have access to a variety of vehicle settings, including driving profiles, switchable units and formats, safety and security information, HomeLink, and much more. Obviously, the definitive source for all things Model S is the owner's manual, a large document that describes every aspect of the car. One of the cool things about the Model S is that the owner's manual can be displayed in its entirety on the 17-inch display. You'll never have to pull out the paper version. To read the manual, touch Controls, then the Settings tab on the top of the screen. Then touch the Manual button in the lower left-hand corner and use the table of contents to proceed. HomeLink is designed for those owners who need a remote control access to an automatic garage door opener or an automatic access gate. The HomeLink function is GPS aware, so it's important to program it where you'll use it. The HomeLink display will pop up automatically when you approach your usage location. If you're having trouble with setup, hold the gate door remote in the middle of the frunk as you program HomeLink. As an alternative, place the remote at the front of the frunk floor, about 2 inches toward the driver's side of the frunk light. We'll continue with more driving tips and tricks in the next part of this EVU mini course.